What's going on? You toad lickers. I don't know what I was doing down here. A little alcohol in the system, so don't mind me if I'm acting a little sporadic here. We're reading some online date fails, so let's get right into it here. Today we're reading a story from 9 years ago from Faye Fox, which I believe is a lady. Okay, I got a TWOFER. I don't know. A twofer? This was from OkCupid, but I don't think which dating site it was matters. Okay, I'm a chick on the fatter variety, and I always post a current body shot because I don't like people wasting my time if they're not going to be into me. I never get why people do like misleading posts. Like, people aren't going to notice when you meet, which is a very good point. And I'm very happy that this woman has just openly been like, hey, listen, I'm on the bigger side. I'm going to show off what my body has to offer. And that way I don't waste your time and you don't waste mine. I like that. It's a lot of respect. I try to do the same thing. I'm a little skinnier guy. So, again, it goes both ways. So right off the hop, that's good. I like that. So I was talking to this guy, seemed nice enough, and he asked me to buy me dinner. Okay, sure, he had only posted a face shot, which can be a little bit of a red flag, but I will roll with it. When we met, he was easily clearing over 450 pounds. Not really into that, but I stuck it out because he seemed like a nice person. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things with online dating, and I've said this many, many times, is the more that you can show yourself off is the better, and I know people will, argue this for some reason, and I don't understand why. If you are interested in meeting someone, you are genuinely interested in getting a connection, the more you can show of yourself is the better. You know what I mean? So that where she kind of goes into, okay, he only had one picture, I wasn't really sure what I was working with, is a big thing, because you know, it's just preference. Like, I might not be into bigger women, and a woman might not be into skinnier guys. So it's good to know what you're kind of dealing with. So you just put that right out there right away. People know, they move on, perfect, and we don't waste each other's time, right? I like that. Okay. So not really into it, but I stuck it out because I was a nice person. We get coffee first and then walked over to a restaurant. I don't think coffee before a dinner date is a terrible idea. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if the coffee goes really, really terribly, you can kind of call it. And it might look like a douche move, but you're really just calling a spade a spade. Like, to go eat dinner, you're going to be there a while. So to kind of be like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm feeling this. This can be a good move, but not always on the same date, by the way, too. You do a coffee first because you get to just see who they are, and that way you also don't waste like $80 on a first date if you're not really feeling the person, or vice versa. Okay, walk over to the restaurant. Now, I'm no athlete, but I do like to hike and rough woods camp. I may not be winning any marathons, but I can walk for miles. This poor dude was wheezing within 20 feet of walking. Clearly, it was an effort for him. I felt bad for the guy, and I try to be open-minded, but I can't date someone that unhealthy. We get to the restaurant, which was really good, by the way, and he tells me about himself and his life. Yeah, so, also just to kind of comment on that, about the weight, that's really interesting because, she said, he was basically, she would... obviously would be guessing about 450 pounds, and it just it's really sad to hear that the guy was struggling, because if you, let's say I go on there and I'm in a very active lifestyle and I want to be outside and hiking and stuff like that, you know what I mean, and a lady I'm talking to that I'm interested in, but might not be able to do those things, maybe in the future through hard work she might be able to, but you're looking at, okay, I need an initial connection, and, you don't have it. He told me about his roommate who was dating a crackhead. They would F all over the place with doors open, do any kinds of hard drugs, and they were just douchebags, basically. He also told me he was a dom and started to imply we would go make out later and he would top me. I said I had to leave after dinner and scooted as soon as it was polite to do so. Yeah, it's interesting. So obviously that date never really went any further. It's something there's a lot of things you don't open up with on a first date. Negativity is usually try to be one of them. Exes you don't talk about. And that'd be another one, man. You just leave sex or making out. You leave all of that off the table. And you let that play naturally. The more... I'll just... let's just call a spade here. if you're a woman and you're on online dating, you're going to be a little nervous. You're not, I mean, same as a guy, but I mean, you're not knowing who you're meeting, right? So when you go to meet someone for the first time, you want to be comfortable. And you know what's to make you very uncomfortable is when a guy's going, hey, we're going to make out later. Like, I would be uncomfortable. Even as a guy, like if a girl's like, hey, we're making out later, babe. I'd be like, what? Like, no, I want to like know you, like to some extent, or even see if I like you. Like, it's just a weird ego thing to say that kind of thing. So I don't blame her for leaving. But here's the kicker. I did read this one in advance to know if this paragraph is any good, this story. 6 to 7 months later, when I tried my luck again, this time with a photographer, we get along okay. Conversation went well. And in the course of the date, he asked me about bad dates I've been on. I brought up the larger guy from before and mentioned the wheezing and the pushing on top to top me. And he asked if the guy's name was XXX. So, like, whatever. Blanked out. Turns out I was on a date with the guy's roommate, and she doesn't use dating sites anymore. I think that's really hilarious because the really ironic part is he actually might have known what this girl looked like and purposely was, like, going after her. And obviously she had no idea. I think, again, like, it just in, like, many of the stories I read, but definitely this one in particular, like, there's just a lot of red flags. Tried to burp there, didn't come out. Yeah, there's a lot of red flags, and it's just like something you actively have to try to look for. And I know not for everybody it's like super simple. Like, not everybody just looks and is like, oh, that's a red flag. Like, a lot of people are gonna struggle and not really know what to look for, or you're gonna have to try to get that through experience. But I mean, the moment, like I said, the moment you have a profile online that's just like a face picture only, like there can be complications there, and something you got to look out for. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy. We're gonna look for another one here, and hopefully we can find something here in a second. Peace. Thanks for watching, you pencil pushers. If you guys want to check out my Instagram here, I've just got it in the background. It's Nick Daniels Photography with an underscore in between each word where I post every day. That's a lie. Thanks for watching. Peace.